Sorry, guys. Mr. Gribble, thank you. Now we'll turn the microphone over to Mr. Brian St. who's going to give our toast.
I'd like to thank Pastor Ramsey, Mr. and Mrs. Wood, and Mr. and Mrs. Graybill for putting such a nice day together. The bridal party looked fantastic. Jen, you look beautiful. My name is Brian Lasaggio, and I've been real good friends with Dave for the past 10 years. When Dave asked me to give a speech at his wedding, the first thing that crossed my mind was in front of how many people am I going to have to do this in front of. Speaking in front of a large group of people can sure be nerve-wracking, but I remember being told as a child that if I had to do something like this, I should simply picture everybody in their underwear. So that's exactly what I'm doing now. The only request I have goes out to you, Mom and Dad. Please don't get up until the speech is over. As I said, I've known Dave for the past 10 years, and I knew he was going to be a good friend since day one. Back in 2001, Dave and I met in the police academy, and we were all assigned lockers. And as luck would have it, I was assigned the only locker in the entire building that had a defective lock. The locker door would close, but it wouldn't lock. And apparently somebody picked up on this. And for several weeks, somebody thought it would be funny to start leaving me surprises in my locker when I wasn't looking. Half-eaten ham and cheese sandwich one day, tuna fish sandwich another day, banana peels. And this went on for several weeks. And although I wasn't a detective or a patrolman or anything yet, I had to play the role of a detective to find out who was doing this. So after some thought, I figured probably not the best idea, but I took apart a Bic pen. I smeared a real thick layer of ink on the underside of the handle of this locker. And by doing this, when somebody came to break into my locker, they wouldn't see the ink. They'd grab the handle and they'd get ink all over their hands, and I'd figure out who did it. About an hour later, literally an hour later, we were in the classroom. We got called out into the firing line for qualifications. And as we're walking out, I walk by my locker, and I see there's now ink on the locker itself. So the bait had been taken. We get out into the firing line, and all the recruits are lined up in alphabetical order according to their last name. I go down the A's, the B's, the C's, nothing. And that was until I got to the only recruit in the class whose last name started with W, Wood. Before I was even able to check his hands for ink, his heavily stained shirt gave it away. A little bit about Dave. For those of you that know Dave, I'm sure you'd agree with me in saying Dave is an honest person, a caring person, a role model citizen, very hardworking, an awesome friend, and I can't read your handwriting, Dave.
I'm sorry.
Dave really is a good guy, and for those of you that know him, I'm sure you'd agree that he is, and anybody that doesn't know him well yet, soon you'll agree that he really is a good guy. He's a good friend, too. He was raised well by his parents, John and Bonnie. Dave has an older sister named Stephanie, who recently was married and has a little baby boy named Tristan. Dave has a twin brother named Brian, who's studying to be a veterinarian in Ireland. This is Brian sitting right next to me. Dave is a veteran police officer who thoroughly enjoys stopping vehicles. Seriously, he stops cars, trucks, buses, motorcycles, taxi cabs, ambulances at times, mopeds, ATVs. I even saw Dave stop a 3-year-old on one of those Hot Wheels once for failing to yield the right of way to a kid in a tricycle. Dave issues more tickets in a day than StubHub and Ticketmaster issue in a year. A few quick pointers for you, Dave, as you begin your marriage life with Jen. Now, I'm not saying I'm guilty of any of these things, but just take my word for it, they're very important. The first is to never forget your anniversary. If you do, you may not live to see your next one. The best way to remember your anniversary is to simply forget it once. 2, even when you're right about something and Jen is wrong, she's right, period. Just zip it and nod your head. The 2 most dangerous creatures on this planet are a hungry grizzly bear and a ticked-off wife. 3, going to bed angry. When Natalie and I got married, somebody told us never go to bed angry. So we just stay up late and fight. So when Jen asks for help around the house, just do it. It's so much easier to volunteer a few minutes of your time than it is to have to renegotiate a new contract if she goes on strike. Next one is finances. Now, we know finances can cause a lot of stress within a relationship. Keep a balanced budget and always watch where your credit card is. A few years back, somebody stole my wife's credit card and started to make charges on it. And I was just about to file a police report until I realized the crook that stole it was spending less than she was, so I let him keep it. 6, appreciate having a good wife. I don't want to scare you now that you just made the biggest commitment of your life, but I knew a single guy last year who was looking to get married, and he went onto Craigslist and posted a very simple ad, said, "Wife wanted." The very next day, he received over 100 new email messages from husbands that said, "You can keep mine." So make sure you keep her happy. On a more serious note, Dave, be sure to tell Jen you love her every day and give her a kiss. As the saying goes, a happy wife equals a happy life. A very wise man once told me, haste makes waste. That statement couldn't be any more true, and I try to live by that quote each and every day. Life tends to move by at a fast pace, and sometimes you just have to hit the brakes and slow down. Save her life. One day you're going to look back and wonder where all the years have went. So slow down and enjoy life as a nice couple. Be sure to keep your faith in the Lord, make that a priority, and don't allow life to get too busy that you don't attend church together on a regular basis, and to one day the privilege and honor of doing so with your children. As I wrap this speech up, I'd like to wish Dave and Jen a very happy, healthy, and blessed marriage. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Well done. And now, ladies of honor here would like to say a few words.
First, I would like to thank everyone for coming today to share in Jen and David's special day.